This motion is about taking steps towards providing the changes we need to be a more inclusive and equal society. It's about the budgetary measures and policies that allow people to exercise their rights. The scale and depth of the issues are known. What we need is the political will. This budget must address the cost of living crisis, but it also must address the cost of disability crisis. Even before the current crisis, it cost between €8,700 and €12,300 extra every year to live with a disability in Ireland. These figures are from the government's own report, which supports everything which the people and organisations in the gallery and watching at home have been saying for years. A major component of the additional cost faced by disabled people and families of children with disabilities relate to grossly inadequate education, healthcare, social welfare and housing services. A core pillar of social democratic policy is the provision of public services. In our alternative budget last year, we proposed the idea of universal basic services based on the principle that all people are entitled to a range of public services that are free at the point of need, provided by the state and funded through taxation. Public disability services are required now. They are central to respecting rights and empowering children and adults. The Disability Capacity Review outlines the considerable unmet needs in the healthcare sectors. The review was published almost a year ago. Where is the action plan, and has this plan been based on engagement with disabled persons organisations, advocacy organisations, parents groups and service providers? Any response to unmet needs in this sector has to work with the people most affected and service users. For too long, government departments have made decisions for people and not with them. And regrettably, we again saw this last week with the government rushing through the assisted decision-making bill with little or no input from disabled people. We need a comprehensive and resourced action plan that responds to the needs identified, but also to larger systematic issues around recruitment and retention of therapists and communication with families. The provision of the services people have a right to would be transformative. It would help children develop, adults gain independence, and relieve the unimaginable stress and pressure parents of all ages are under. The provision of appropriate local school places for children and young people has to be a pillar of this intervention. West Cork Special School Campaign have travelled up here today highlighting this very key issue. The cost of disability report also requires an action plan to adequately deal with the substantial range of matters raised. Social protection payments, healthcare grants and other supports need to be tailored to meet the needs of disabled people. This motion calls for a €20 weekly cost of disability payment across relevant payments, including domiciliary care allowance, carers allowance and the invalidity pension, as well as an additional €15 for the disability allowance. These are just the most basic increases needed to just keep up with skyrocketing inflation. The government has to outline a costed and long-term plan developed in coordination with disabled people to address the systematic and crippling costs of the disability crisis. The 2023 budget will be focused on the cost of living crisis, but it will also be crucial for addressing the structural barriers around disability. For too long, people have had waited for proper homes, for school places, for therapies, for respite, for payments that cover actual household expenses. Minister, unless there is significant and impactful change of direction in the budget, the suffering, the exclusion and the denial of rights will continue unabated. In closing, I want to acknowledge all those tirelessly campaigning for equality, whether it's people who are disabled themselves, parents, carers, or family and friends. There are countless groups and campaigns out there, all striving for disability rights. I also want to thank my amazing team, Tara, Richard and Claire, and most of all, I want to say a huge thank you to all of the organisations who could make it here today. including Independent Living Movement Ireland, the Disability Federation of Ireland, Inclusion Ireland, Mental Health Reform, National Disability Service Association, the National Federation of Voluntary Service Providers, As I Am, Early Onset Parkinson's Disease Ireland, the Down Syndrome Centre Cork, West Cork Special Schools and the Irish Wheelchair Association, and I want to thank those who travelled from Cork South West. Your presence is a testament to the work that needs to be done. The scale of the issues and solutions are known. It is now up to the Government to act.
The question now is that the motion be agreed to. Is the motion agreed? The motion is agreed. Thank you very much.